have a song for you that dates all the way back to 1867. This song is extremely popular in the American Southeast, where I am from. But the song comes to us all the way from Elkhorn, Wisconsin. Now, the Civil War had just finished. The entire United States was trying to put itself back together and reconstruct from those splintered puzzle pieces that remained after that brutal and godless war. And there was a young man named Joe Webster. Now, Joe Webster was a musician, a traveling musician. He'd spent his entire life, from childhood up until adulthood, singing old hymns and gospel music along America's gospel circuit. He was a big deal back in his day. Well, chronic bronchitis stopped his career dead in its tracks. He could no longer sing. So he leaned heavily into composition with this raspy, hoarse voice. He started writing songs down. Well, he formed a friendship in Elkhorn, Wisconsin, with another young man named Sanford Bennett, who was studying to become a pharmacist, and the family owned a pharmacy downtown. Well, Sanford would be behind the counter, and Joe would walk in, and they would hang out. Now, this is back in the days when a pharmacy was not just like a CVS or a Walgreens. A pharmacy was kind of a corner store that you would hang out in. Sometimes food was served, sometimes there was a lunch counter. So Joe would walk in with his violin that he'd been practicing, and he would share certain things that he'd been working on with Sanford, and those two became real close friends. Well, one day, he walked into the pharmacy, and Joe is in kind of a funk, one of his classic depressive episodes, because as a singer who could no longer sing and embrace his art form anymore, it put him in low spirits. Well, Sanford came from around behind the counter. He said, "What's wrong, Joe?" Joe said, "I don't know." He said, I feel pretty bad. I can't name why." Sanford said words that would echo into eternity. This is why you never know how valuable your words are. When you choose your words, you don't know where those words will go. And as a result, Sanford's words come down to us today. He said, "Joe, don't worry about it. It'll all be okay in the by and by." Joe leaned back in his chair. He got his violin out of his case, and he started composing lyrics on the spot. And the lyrics became this song that you're about to hear.
There's a land that is fairer than day, and by faith we can see it afar. For the Father waits over the way to prepare us a dwelling place there. In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore. In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore. We shall meet on that beautiful shore. Sing the melodies song of the blessed, and our spirits will sorrow no more. Not a sigh for the blessing of rest. In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore. In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore. In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore. In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore.